Hello guys, today I'm going to be making another video this time. Instead of just a classic playthrough, what I'm going to do today is show you guys how to make a simple questioning answer mechanism. So this mechanism is used a lot. I use it personally a lot to make people have to answer questions to get energy to move. So in this video I'll show you how to make it, and hopefully this time the video's audio does not corrupt, because last time that's exactly what happened and I had to record it again. But I mean, the last video was pretty bad, so I'm glad to have another chance. Alright, so I'll show you how this works real quick. So I start the game in Gimkit Creative, and I can't move because I have no energy. If I answer a question using this button, oh, I got an answer wrong. Of course I did. Correct answer. So now, as you can see, I'm slowly running out of energy. Now it gave me a warning. And once I'm finally out of energy, which since this is set to a pretty slow amount of draining, there we go. Out of energy, you can't move. I'm at 0 energy. So today I'll be showing you how to make that. You know, this energy mechanic has been used a lot by the developers. Probably not in this exact fashion, but this is just the way I design it. So yeah. I'll show you how to make this. So first, I'd better explain all of this. So the main device here is a questioner device. It's just used to answer questioners. You can set whatever kit you want here, but for now, I'm just going to set it to the default kit. So this is the item granter that grants you an amount of energy. It doesn't have to be energy, it can be anything, but using energy is the best bet since that's what they use in official game modes. Also, this game overlay of the button type is used to open this. As you can see when I click on the wire, button pressed, open answering screen. Alright, so this is the answering questions part, but as you notice, we have to still do the drain energy part, and we have to do the drain energy part, and we have to add a maximum amount of energy. So first, we have a game overlay here that tracks an item. The item is energy. So this is just used to tell you how much energy you have. So if I open the game, here's the second game overlay, and here's the first one. So this one's of the button type, and this one is just a tracked item. The item that is tracked is energy. Now this is a core device. Without this whole thing would not work. This device is called a movement meter. Right now, let's call it. Let's call it. Metery. What should we name this movement meter? How about, you know what? Let's not name the movement meter. Alright, okay, that was a weird tangent. Tracked item. So the tracked item here is energy, and item drain per tick. So every 0.5 seconds, this can be customized, as you can see. It drains 25 energy, which can also be customized. The item that is drained is energy, and if you run out of the item, this is just alerts. Now if you go to warning, I've set it so that if you have less or equal to 750 energy, then it shows a warning. and this is just the warning, right? So that's how this works. Now, I'm gonna build it step by step and show you exactly how it works. You really should be able to erase multiple objects at a time. I wonder why you can't do that. Anyway, let's begin. So first, I'm gonna bring out the questioner device. So bring in a kit for players to answer multiple choice questions. That's basically what Gimkit is. We can hide the questioner device later, but for now we'll keep this here. Alright, so after that questioner device, we're gonna get the item granter device. So using this item granter device, we can connect a wire, like so that when you answer a question correctly, it gives you an item. And as you can see, that works. Now, I've made this mistake before, but always remember to set an item to grant. It sounds pretty obvious, but trust me, I've done that a lot of times. So I'm just going to set it to 1,250 as I find that's a good amount. Of course, you can change it to whatever you like. Now, I'm going to get an item. I forget what these devices are called. I'm just going to grab a game overlay. That's nothing to do with items, but anyway. So I'm going to set it that when you press the button on the game overlay, this opens the question answering screen. And I can just set it to button type. Now, bottom right, you can set it to any corner. Now, overlay text. For now, I'm just going to say answer questions. Why not? You can do all of this using channels, I'm pretty sure, but I prefer doing this with wires since it's just one small mechanism. Wires do cause a lot of lag though, so I suggest if you're creating a very memory intensive level to use channels, but since this is just a short mechanism, it should be fine. So, answer questions. I really hope the audio doesn't corrupt again. That was bad, but anyway. Perfect. That's good. So, this works. Now, as you can see, if I test it, answer questions, and then I look at my inventory, and I have that much energy. So, that's how that works. Of course, it's a little tedious to look at your inventory, so let's just add one more device. Tracked item in, the bottom left? Why not? Energy. So that's perfect. Now, I'm going to add a movement meter, let me just plop it right here. Okay, fine, I'm not going to do that again. New name, ... Perfect. Okay. The tracked item is energy, and you get and you lose 25 energy per tick. You can set that to anything. Let's do every 0.25 seconds. Show out of item alert. Sure, why not? And we'll just say get energy. Get energy, you nincompoop. That's not how you spell nincompoop. Is it? Whatever. If I say that word, yeah. Anyway. You fool. Yeah, that's better. So we know exactly what we're saying. Alright, anyway, swear words aside, show warning alert. So why not? Get energy. Quickly. You need power. Alright, perfect. So that's that. And, yeah. that's every device? I am pretty sure, except I forgot one. Great. Finally, we're bringing in the inventory item manager. So let me just plop this right here. Why not? You'll be set to energy. And yeah, we want to turn this off for energy because you don't want an alert every time you answer a question. That would be a little much. So let's set a max amount. Let's say it's 10,000. And we don't want to override this. You could override this so that when you die, you lose all your energy. But for now, we'll just set it to none. And no properties, no channels, nothing. You can set channels, like I said, to anything. Now, as we can see, perfect. Using the start, if you want, you can give a starting energy amount. Oh wow. Oh wow. The game is literally yelling at us. Right. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, that's that. So why don't I create a little setup to use this mechanic? Just a little bit of parkour. It can't hurt. Yeah, so I'm probably going to eventually do some sort of tutorial on like parkour, probably on how to create like a don't look down-esque game mode. But for now, yeah, for now this is basically it of the mechanism. So I'm just gonna create a little bit of, you know, parkour. Not too difficult. I say, not too difficult. There's no need to make extremely difficult parkour. I mean, you could make extremely difficult parkour, and the energy mechanic can be used anywhere. For now, I'm using this for parkour, but of course you can use it for anything. It's a very, very useful mechanic. Alright, let's end off the parkour right now. Actually, you know what? Let's end it with a really tricky jump. Why not? I mean, really tricky is relative, but whatever. That's not really tricky, but anyway. Yeah, that is not tricky. Haha. You know what is tricky, though? You know what is tricky? Dang it. So, yeah. This part of the video is just... You can end the video now if you'd like. The parkour is not, of course, part of the it's not part of the mechanism. But, like... It's a good use for it. And that jump is pretty hard. I think it's impossible. Alright, so let's start the game. I need to answer some questions. You could set the kit to anything you'd like using the questioner device. But like, yeah. I want to see if this jump is actually possible. Or whether it's just, yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, it gives a warning. Like, we already tested this. So yeah, I hope that the audio doesn't corrupt. And yeah, this has been an episode of the first creative tips and tricks video, I guess. Would you really call this? Also, if anybody is actually watching my channel, then please let me know, like, if you like my videos, you know? Okay, thanks. Like and okay. I don't know how you say that without sounding weird. Like and subscribe, I guess. How do you say that without sounding very weird? I don't know. Oh, I did it. Let's go. It's not too hard. I really should not have said that. I jinxed it. Alright, bye! That's been a tutorial, and that's been some more mash pot. Or potato lord. I don't know, okay? But you can call me either. Alright, bye!